Hey, this is Martin Kopp, and welcome to my game narration of Furious Fighting Felines. I put this game together for Let 'em Dare 20, and for those of you that didn't want to hear from Let 'em Dare, what Let 'em Dare is a 48-hour solo game competition. You have to program everything yourself, do all your art, do all your music, and then release the game at the end of the 48 hours. They give you a theme at the start. The theme we had was this meme. It's dangerous to go alone, take this. So before the theme was released, I was kind of leaning towards doing a beat 'em up, and then when the theme was released, I couldn't think of anything creative or neat that I really wanted to do with the theme, so beat 'em up worked great for me. Since we had a pissed off cat, I figured I'd make the game Furious Fighting Felines, and just toss in Zelda elements where I needed to, and hopefully it would all kind of mesh into a fun game. So we're going to do two things here. We're going to do a quick gameplay narration, not because the game's unplayable, but because the game's a little hard. Collision detection is a little wonky, so for those of you that have to review this game but are finding it a pain in the butt, you can just watch this video. And with that, let's take a look at our character select screen. So here you can see the meme kind of replicated. We have our main character in the center. We have the left and right buttons. Those were originally there because we would have had felines plural, and our rig was set up easily to make more characters, but I just didn't have the time to do the art. So we'll just start our game and we'll go to the first level. Okay, so we have our main character, we have a background, we have a far back in, and we have a foreground. You can use the arrow keys to move around. You can see there's some collision with some of the trees and stuff in the background. You can see that the collision's kind of rough in some spots, but what are you gonna do? So here are our first enemies. They have health bars like we do. These ones won't aggro you, they're just idle. A lot of the ones in the first level just let you beat them up. Just get used to the game. So if you press space, you can punch, and right there I did a 3-hit combo. If you just press space once, you get that little punch. The little fiery fist is what you want hitting your enemy, and whenever the flame comes out, that's how you know when to hit space again to do more of the combo. So I'm doing the 3-hit combo a little bit there, and now we'll beat up this guy. Like the last guy we killed in 3 hits because we used our combo. Each hit was consecutively stronger. If we only use our first hit, it's going to take us a little while to beat this guy down. It's going to do a lot less damage. You'll notice collision detection is a little rough, and I'll talk about that a little bit in the post-mortem later. So you can see the background scrolling nicely here. We have 3 new enemies. 2 of them will aggro us right away, and we'll dispatch them really quickly. Take them all out. And we'll walk around. There's our pathway to the second level. So we will... Okay, so this is our second level. We've got a bit more stuff in the foreground. And we have a few tree stumps. You can see a new enemy here. It's an Octorok from Zelda. We'll just dispatch these 2 characters here. Whoops. There we go. And we'll clear out a few more of them before we start poking at the Octorok. So as you'll notice, these characters have the same rig as the cat. I basically just switched the graphics really quickly. I'll take these 2 out. And, oh, one more jab, there we go. So this Octorok is idle right now and isn't triggered. We'll trigger it, and his AI is trying to tell him to get away from us. And then once he gets far enough away, he's going to try to shoot at us. He's going to fire these little rocks that will interrupt my animations and do a little damage if they hit me. So we'll kill him. And man, I just loved how he turned out. The animations look neat. I'm not an artist. You may not have been able to tell, but I really liked how that worked. So clear out these 2 guys. These 2 Octoroks are going to be idle. So we can skip right past them, but I'm just going to antagonize this guy. You can skip through basically the entire game without having to kill anything until you get to the boss. So this is our 3rd level, the cave. A bunch of Octoroks and a few guys that you have to clear through. And they're a little bit of a pain. Oh man. You may have noticed my HP changed between levels there. I did a little cut last time I went through this, the boss obliterated me. So I totally sympathize with all you game testers that didn't beat the game. Collision's a little weird here, and the idea was to have the boss in like close quarters. It'd be really hard to get around him and stuff. But without the collision done really properly, it's a little rough. So the boss is a moblin from the Zelda series. So the dog guys and the toga dress things. And he looks a little weird. I decided to make him bigger. I was hoping I'd have a little bit more time to play with his animation, because right now it kind of looks like he's giving high fives. And although it doesn't look like it's going to hit you, the hitbox will hit your character, so the whole thing is gross. So I totally commend any of you that actually did beat him. You can kind of cheap him out doing the 3-hit combo at a range, or just, you know, swooping in behind his butt and punching him there. So after you kill him, you're treated to an amazing windscreen. I'm just incredulous here that I thought, after being awake all weekend, I would do anything but sleep after the Let 'em Dare was done. So obviously there's no jam version. This here's it. But I would like suggestions. Mostly because I would like to move forward with something similar to this. Whether it ends up being a Flash beat 'em up or an X and A beat 'em up, I do want to eventually do something in this vein. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I know it ran a little long for considering how long the game is. But yeah, I really appreciate comments and suggestions, and I really look forward to playing the rest of the Let 'em Dare games. There's some really neat ideas in some of the ones I've seen so far. Thanks.